I'd like to call to order the Westmont Village Board meeting of October 21st, 2021 to order at 6 o'clock p.m. and ask Clerk Sinski for roll call.
Mayor Gunther?
Here.
The clerk's here. Trustee Barker?
Here.
Trustee Brady?
Here.
Trustee Guzzo?
Here.
Trustee Little?
Here.
Trustee Nero?
Here.
Trustee Simonovich?
Here.
Attorney Zemanek?
Here.
Village Manager May?
Here.
Assistant Village Manager Parker?
Here. Would everybody please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everyone. Again, the first item is the open forum, and I do have one request. And, it's from Jack McInerney, 500 South Adams, and he wants to discuss sidewalks in Newfield Manor, and he says that are not wanted by the majority of homes affected. Jack, come on up to the podium.
Good evening. My name is Jack McInerney from 500 South Adams in Newfield Manor. What I had to say tonight, what am I going to say? The reason for that is because the information that I received about why I was going to talk to you is apparently at this point not relevant. I had taken a survey of people. We thought that there were sidewalks coming in from 55th Place by Cass, coming around and down Adams to the park. That was a rumor that I had heard at a garage sale, and it was like, we fought this 2 different times over the last 35 years. And majority of the residents, there were 95 to 98% did not want sidewalks in Newfield Manor because it was built as a country-style subdivision. Just curbs, no sidewalks. And that same style, my daughter lives in Saddlebrook and Oak Brook. Same thing. They have curbs, they have no sidewalks. The people are thrilled with that. That's the style. They came from the city, they had sidewalks, they want to have the country effect. My point being that I was concerned that this was being brought up again, even though we were told that it was done with the last time. And so I had gone around and took a survey, and again, the percentage was, we don't want them. Now, this survey I took this time was not of the entire Newfield Manor. The last time it was the entire Newfield Manor, every home. This had just to do with 33 homeowners, because that was the course supposedly this is supposed to take. And so I did a survey. I found out about it Sunday, and I started doing the survey, and over 22 people not want it out of the 33 that had homes that were affected. 7 people were not home, or 7 homes. I did not get 2 people for a home. I asked for either the husband or the wife homeowner. So it's not one of those deals where, you know, you get 2 signatures from one house. I didn't do it that way. My point being, the people did not want them, and still at that point. We just don't feel as if sidewalks should be a babysitter. I raised my family in Newfield Manor. We had no children when we moved there. There were no sidewalks. I knew that. I never expected Westmont to put sidewalks in because I had children. That's not the way it was working. I bought it because it was a country-style effect, and I loved it that way, and it still is. And so what I would appreciate is if anything down the road comes up where the board thinks or wants to do something like that, either survey the people in Newfield Manor, but find out if we want them or not. And thank God right now, over all these years, the subdivision was built in the late 60s, there's never been an accident in that subdivision. And, you know, we didn't use the sidewalks as babysitters. We watched our kids, and I think nowadays you understand why. You certainly need to do it more often. So we would just like to have communication and transparency with the board in regard to sidewalks in Newfield Manor. And so what I had to say initially, I'm not saying because apparently that has not come up. And I apologize because I was a little miffed
You're
when
cool
I first heard
down.
about it.
But
I
the thing is,
apologize.
what we are
Every time I
doing,
come to this board before, it was to say thank you. You're
Yeah.
doing a great job of plowing or doing the trees and that kind of thing, so.
yeah. Well, Jack, and I'll let Steve tell you what is in the budget now.
Yeah, it's not that it didn't come up, but to, a couple points. First of all, there are multiple requests from throughout Newfield Manor and going all the way over to Washington and Lindley and Park Street for public sidewalks. So there has been outreach in doing that. The only thing that's occurring this year, and it was budgeted for, is to do the survey. It's kind of like there's a lot of parts, but it's also part of a Safe Routes to School program, and then we started where the bus stops were. So if you would have noticed on 57th Street, those sidewalks were installed under Public Works forces only, not by contract. What is going on this year is a survey down the length of Adams Street, both sides of the street, just collecting the topographic information and the boundary information to do a sidewalk design. But there are no construction contracts, there are no plans to do that, and in fact, that would not come up until we get into the next budget workshop. As far as, when would anybody be advised, it would well be considered, I would imagine, in March or April when we're working on the budget workshop to see whether or not that's something they want to budget construction funds for. But there are no construction plans right now, we're just doing the survey.
I guess I appreciate that, but the only question I would have is, would people be surveyed about wanting to have them, or it's just a done deal that they would be put in if the survey said it needed to be? Because I have kids standing, there's a bus stop right at the end of my driveway. And I have about 6 or 7 kids that stand there with their parents. In fact, in the wintertime, I open the garage door if it's too cold so they can stand in there waiting for the bus. And so, and the buses, Cass Avenue has a straight route to Marker School. And that's where my kids all went, but they were picked up by the buses. So a safe route to school is by bus, as far as I know. I mean, nowadays, I wouldn't think that you let your kid walk to school by himself. My kid's walking to school, I'm walking with them. Certainly not let them walk by themselves as far as even safety is concerned. But I guess without being too redundant, if that were to happen, I would just ask that the board would come to people at Newfield Manor and tell us about it, ask about it, have a meeting, something along those lines for communication and transparency.
I totally agree, and we've been trying to do that. But again, it would be the survey, not just Adams Street, but the entire subdivision.
Okay.
So,
It's a
all right,
survey, not necessarily a vote, though, it's not a,
public meeting.
right.
Okay.
We'd have a public meeting to discuss it, show the design, especially in that, if we're gonna do it, in that neighborhood that objected to it twice. We'd definitely do that,
Okay,
so.
all right. I appreciate it very much.
All right,
Thank you very
Jack.
much.
You still coaching?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Jack was,
Gray hairs.
yeah, Jack was a Westmont High School football coach. He started a lot of programs, so, thanks, Jack. Is anybody else here for open forum? Seeing none, I'll close open forum and move on to reports. My report is first. From the Police Public Safety Committee from a couple weeks ago, I want to mention a couple items. It will be the next meeting, December 22nd. Chief Riley, would you like to give a COVID-19 update?
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Board. So we've been doing much better from my last report a month ago. Currently today in DuPage County, 108,339 cases, along with 1,453 deaths. In Westmont, 2,682 cases. And I'm happy to report within the last month, we've had 0 deaths. So we're still at 91, which is great news. 38 cases in the last 14 days. I can tell you I was on a conference call last week with DuPage County Health Department. Hospitalizations are down with Good Sam, Edwards, Hinsdale, and LaGrange. Our positivity rate is down to where we want it to be, about 2.3, 2.2. So again, I think we're moving in the right direction, hopefully. We do have Halloween and a few things coming up in our downtown area the next couple of weeks, so let's continue to do the right thing, hand washing, mask wearing, and hopefully let's get through this. Any questions?
Like the direction that's heading, thank you.
Thank you.
There will be a prescription drug take-back October the 23rd. Unwanted prescription drugs, 10 till 2 p.m. at the police department, fire headquarters, and Mariano's. Also, we'll have a paper shred Special Olympics fundraiser on October 30th. Again, bring your items to be shredded, and we suggest a donation of $5 per box that will go towards Special Olympics, which is the only fundraiser we do for. It's a statewide fundraiser. 100th Anniversary Committee, November 10th. Mark your calendars. That's our birthday, and we are going to celebrate outside Village Hall. We're closing the street from Lincoln past Village Hall. We're going to have tent, 200 seats. It'll have sides on it. We're going to do everything from there. We'll display our mural. The future mural will be unveiled. Plus, we'll have all the other ones there. We'll give all our legacy awards. We'll do the time capsule. And the time capsule, we're going to, on the Monday before, ask everybody to come here and show what they've got to put in the time capsule, so we're not doing it that evening. So we'll make it really kind of quick since we're outside. The ceramic plates are on sale now. There's a limited supply, so if you want one, go to our website. Did I miss anything?
Nope, that's it.
That's it. All right, I'll move on to Clerk Simsky.
All right, I have some public information. The trick-or-treat guidelines, in Westmont, it is recommended that trick-or-treating hours are from 2 to 7 p.m. on Halloween this year, Sunday, October 31st. And our village offices will be closed. November 10th for the village's 100th anniversary and November 11th for Veterans Day, as well as the 25th and 26th for Thanksgiving. So those are the
Thank you.
I'm updating on.
Thank you. We'll turn to Trustee Johanna Guzzo.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A couple things. First, I do want to say condolences to the Bresnahan family. Jim was a longtime member of the fire department, so I do want to send them condolences. And right before this meeting, we had our Fire Public Safety Committee meeting. We had a service award for Burton Chait, 25 years of service, so congratulations. I want to wish Lori Brady a great retirement. She will be retiring in a few weeks. So, Lori, thank you for everything you've done with the fire department. You will be missed. And then we also welcomed new fire department admin assistant Jackie Saldazar. Welcome, Jackie. We discussed staffing updates. We discussed the GEMT update. We got an update on the new vehicle, our apparatus for Command Vehicle 1888. It's in the process of finalizing the specs. The headquarters station fueling station will be up and running either the week of Halloween or the week after that, the first week in November. Congratulations again for a great fire prevention open house. It was probably one of the most successful. We had a lot of people out there. The kids had a great time, so I want to thank everyone who came out for that. And then our next meeting is going to be January of 22. So we don't have a date exactly, but just kind of put that in the back of your minds. That'll be our next Fire Public Safety Committee meeting. And then I want to say a thank you to the 3 members of the Westmont Fire Department who deployed to Louisiana to assist with Hurricane Ida. They were down there for 14 days to assist residents. They fought 3 fires and assisted with numerous carbon monoxide issues. So I want to say thank you to all of them. And Mayor, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Bartlett.
Thank you, Mayor. Just 2 things this evening. The EIC is going to host their pumpkin composting event at the library parking lot on November 6th from 9 to noon. And we've got some Marker School children helping out with that, so we think that's going to be a great event. Last year was our record collection, so we'll see if COVID has an impact on that. And then also in November, there's free leaf pickup for residents. We can put out an unlimited number of craft paper bags, no stickers are needed, and place the bags next to your garbage or on the garbage pickup day. That is all.
Well, thank you. Trustee Brady.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Under Community Development Committee, the cases from the October Planning and Zoning meeting will be on the December 2nd Village Board agenda, which includes recommendations to approve a catering business at 825 North Cass and a medical office redevelopment at 6320 South Cass, and also a 3-lot subdivision at 547 63rd Street and an animal hospital at 100 South Cass. The November Planning and Zoning meeting will be moved to Wednesday, November 17th, to accommodate planned 100-year anniversary activities on November 10th. Regarding the Chamber of Commerce, the Wicked West Fest Trick or Treat Trail and more is a month-long celebration through October. Details are at westmontevents.com. We're asking the residents to join us on October 23rd in downtown Westmont to include the Trick or Treat, pumpkin smashing event, caskets on cast race, and Wicked West contest. One other item which is not related to Westmont, but being in the military, General Colin Powell passed away this past week, and I met him several times when he was the Forces Command commander. One thing about he was a very down-to-earth, easy person to deal with. He was a real people person. So it's sorry to hear his passing. He was a true gentleman or a true citizen. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Little.
Thank you, Mayor. The next Administration Finance Committee meeting will be held on November the 4th at 4:30 here at Village Hall. Regarding community events, WSEC, Westmont Special Events, wants to know if you have the best decorated home or business in town. You can sign up now at our website, westmontevents.com. We've been asking people to send in photos or even to ask us to take photos on their behalf and put them into a contest. Voting starts tonight, so please make sure you get in there. There are some awesome looking decorations out there already. We have a zombie pub tour that comes up next Saturday, the 30th. It's a great way for adults to enjoy Halloween and support your local businesses. You can sign up again at westmontevents.com. The downtown windows have been painted. We have several downtown businesses that participated in the fall and Halloween window painting. Check out the windows at Neat Kitchen, Expressions Dance, Westmont Pharmacy is a hoot, Tarazi, Artistic Pursuit, and Urban Veterinary. This activity was coordinated by Westmont Special Events and the Creative Arts Network. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Nero.
Thank you, Mayor. Let me adjust my little mask here. Our next Public Works Committee meeting will be December 16th, 4:30, right here at Village Hall. Just a couple quick updates. Please, if you can, keep leaves from the storm drains. Westmont Public Works reminds everyone to help your community and not rake your leaves into the street. Westmont has a free leaf collection program during the month of November to help residents get rid of their unwanted leaves. Also, please keep storm drains near your home free of leaves and other debris, which may cause flooding. Thank you. And I have to say, I've seen quite a few residents when it has been storming, it's bubbling up, and they're in there with a snow shovel cleaning out. So I know a lot of them do a good job at that. And then just a quick update on our Lincoln parking lot. Storm trap is being installed now, and the lot is planned to be finished in spring. And then lastly, on a sad note, I just want to express my condolences to one of Trustee Brady and our neighbor. The Pace family Cleo lost her mother right next door to me and across the street from Frank. But I know that was a big loss to that family, and we're thinking about them. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Simonovich. I should take this.
Thank you, Mayor. I will start by reminding everyone that the village continues to be hiring for various roles. Most importantly, we are hiring for our fire candidate program as well as an accounting specialist in the fire department. We also want to extend our welcome to our new Deputy Community Director of Planning. Joe Hennerfind was a previous village planner, and we are very happy that he has decided to return back to us. That's all I have. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And then in December 22nd, I plan to make you the chair of the police committee. So that'll be your meeting, and I'll be the vice chair. So, all right, moving on. Anybody have anything from the consent agenda they'd like to be removed? Seeing none, I'd ask Manager May to please read.
First on the consent agenda this evening are the Village Board minutes. Board to consider approving the minutes of the Village Board meeting held October 7, 2021, followed by Finance Ordinance number 13 in the amount of $2,408,854. Next are purchase orders. First two purchase orders are KH renovations. First one, $76,860, and this is for bathroom remodel at the fire headquarters station. And the next one is $44,900, which is the kitchen remodel at the fire north station. These are budgeted improvements, but it was also elaborated on before, but there was also other funds received to accomplish these renovations. One in particular showing off was contributions from the Chicago Fire Show and others to help make this possible. Next, purchase order V3 Construction Group, $758,816.01. This is actually the open encumbering purchase order for the 63rd and Richmond, the stormwater improvements on that corner. While you're approving this purchase order, there's also a simultaneous payment in the finance ordinance for that as well, and then payments will be made as due. Total of the purchase orders is $880,576.01. Brings the total of the purchase orders together with finance ordinance number 13 to $3,289,430.01. And that's the consent agenda this evening.
Do I have a motion to approve as read?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, Simonovich.
Motion been made and seconded. Trustee Brady. Oh, no, I thought maybe you had a question. The only comment I would say, the 63rd in Richmond is fabulous. It looks
Yeah.
great. It's with all that overgrowth, and I haven't heard one single complaint, so I think we did the right thing. Any other comments? See, I'd ask for roll call, please.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich?
Yes.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Motion passes. New business. The first one is Westmont 100th Anniversary Celebration. Board to consider ordinance approving the Westmont 100th Anniversary Celebration scheduled for November 10th, 2021. Street closures, Tuesday, November 9th at 7 a.m. through Thursday, November 11th at 1 p.m. for West Quincy from Lincoln to Grant and the commuter parking lot area from Lincoln to Grant. Live, amplified sound permit, tent permit fee waiver, alcohol fee waiver, and a food truck fee waiver. The background of this is, that's our birthday on November 10th. Since this is a new item, it's got to be done under new business. You'll see in some of the other ones that ask for street closures or ongoing events that we put under the consent agenda. This one is going to occur right outside Village Hall, and we're excited about putting a tent and having a couple hundred people available to sit, eat, and enjoy the presentation. So I need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve, Nero.
Second, Barker.
Motion been made and second to approve comment. Yes.
Do we have a plan to notify the commuters that regularly park in that lot?
We do, and similar to the construction that's going on now, first of all, there's not a lot of commuters yet, but there's a fair enough number, and we've allowed them to honor this is a Zone A parking lot. We allowed them to use it in the Zone B, which is the Burlington Avenue frontage, and that's been working very well.
But we'll notify them.
Yes.
Yeah, they get notified before.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Also, just with that, we're only going to close the lot from Lincoln to Grant, and this parking lot actually goes down to Adams. So half of that parking lot is available for those commuters as well in that day.
Thank you.
And there's not that many commuters, so that'll be
That should be enough.
readily available, yeah. Just have to walk a block further. So, any other comments? I ask for a roll call, please.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich?
Yes?
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Motion passes. New business B. As Exxon Master Service Agreement. Board to consider ordinance approving a master service and purchasing agreement between Exxon Enterprise Incorporated and the Village of Westmont for the benefit of its police department. You want to cover that, Deputy Chief?
He says it like that because it says Chief Gunther on here.
Yeah.
You caught him off guard.
I surely can if there's any questions. I believe we've been in front of the board before, talking about the new laws that have been passed, and we're going to need body cameras, and we're at the time where some of our other equipment is getting to its end of life, including our squad car cameras and our interview room cameras that are utilized by our detectives to video record interviews. So this is like a total package of all that wrapped into one.
Do I have a motion to approve the ordinance?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, Nero.
Motion been made in second. Comments? Anybody in the audience? All right, seeing none, I'd ask for a roll call, please.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich?
Yes.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Brady?
Yes. Motion passes. New business C, 61st and Cumner Basin Improvement Projects. Board to consider ordinance authorizing an engineering agreement with WPK Engineering for Phase 3 construction engineering services for the 61st and Cumner Road Basin improvements. Director Ramsey.
Thank you, Mayor. The existing outfall basin is 40 years old and is deteriorating and in need of replacement. The pond has poor water quality and provides no aesthetic or stream function. The village plans to create a wet bottom basin to increase the stormwater storage. In addition, we also want to replace the residential driveway and culvert on the north side of 61st in an effort to improve the level of flood protection from overtopping the existing roadway on 61st Street. Staff does recommend the approval of the Phase 3 engineering services.
Do I have a motion approved?
Motion to approve, Nero.
Second, Little?
Motion made and seconded to approve. Any comments?
What a great project.
Yeah.
Long time coming, Mike, that's great.
Yeah, we had someone who lived
Yeah, a
around
lot of
there.
residents out there could be happy.
Ever since I left there, it just gets better, that's nice.
You started it,
Yeah.
so.
I got a picture of you in that water too from
I
a while
know.
ago. You had your knee brace on, I remember that. We were out there standing in the mud.
Yeah. We've come a long way with all of our stormwater. We got a lot of way to go.
That's right.
No other comments? I'd ask for a roll call, please.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich?
Yes.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Motion passes. New business D, approval of contracts. Board to consider ordinance approving a text amendment to section 2-160 of the Westmont Code of Ordinances, authorizing the manager to approve and execute contracts of limited scope. Attorney Zemanek.
Thank you, Mayor. I guess I'll start with section 2-161 of the Code of Ordinances, which authorizes the village manager to make purchases up to $20,000 without prior board approval, as long as it's been appropriated. He doesn't have to come to you each time. But typically when he makes a purchase, whether it's for a service or equipment or materials, there's some sort of contract that goes with it. And section 2-160 says all contracts have to be approved by the village board. So what we'd like to do is clean that up and allow the village manager to authorize, approve, sign off on contracts for purchases of materials, supplies, services, $20,000 or less, without having to come to the village board in each instance, because it can be a little cumbersome and slow down something for what's a pretty routine purchase. And that's provided that the purchase has been previously budgeted, appropriated by the village board. The only other exception is if you guys approved a contract, let's say a service contract for a temp for a period of time, and village manager wishes to extend that contract for a new term under the same conditions, he'd have the right to extend that consistent with the terms of the agreement that the board previously approved without having to come back to you. And so while the agenda says we're amending section 2-160, and that's true, I also made just a couple minor cleanups to section 2-161 of the code that's in the ordinance that you were given, so the two sections read consistently.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, Guzzo.
Motion made and second on question. I know state law is at 20,000 too, just for the sake of,
Well, state law really just addresses when you have to competitively bid.
Okay.
So this doesn't override any competitive bidding statute. That's $25,000 for public works projects.
okay. So always either bid or get quotes. We've done a good job with that. Okay. Seeing no other comments, I'd ask for a roll call, please.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Motion passes. That concludes the new business. I do have to ask the board for an executive session, a short executive session. We can move to closed session, discuss matters so permitted and may act upon these matters. And tonight, I need a motion to go in executive session for the purchase of property for the use of the village pursuant to Section 2C5 of the Open Meetings Act. Do I have a motion?
Motion to go to executive session for purposes stated.
Second, Little?
Motion been made and seconded to adjourn to executive session. Roll call, please.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Nero?
Yes.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich?
Yes.
We will be adjourning into executive session, and then when we come out, there will be no further business, and I'll adjourn the meeting. So again, thank you. We'll go into our executive session room.